Hey guys, welcome to Small Bee Acres. Just going to give you a small update of our garden, our tomatoes, how they're doing. Jake has other work he's doing, not a full-time farmer yet, so walk with me. So these are our tomato plants. If you look, they're probably about 5 feet across, crazy as that sounds, and they're full of Romas. These are my Romas on this side. I have a little bit of cherry on the other side, but they're just full. Here you can see our cherry tomatoes. I thought I had planted some beefsteak, but I don't find them anywhere. I also have some jalapenos. These are my jalapeno plants. And we have as you can see, we have some jalapenos. They're still not very big. I don't know if we're going to get the full peppers before the frost really hits. This week and next week are still supposed to be really good. So happy birthday, Simon. And I'm hoping I don't have to pick them for a little bit yet, but they are looking like it might be time real soon. My friend has already pulled hers inside because she says that at this point our weather is not really promoting growth on the tomatoes. So she may as well get them inside so they start ripening faster so she can get the canning done. She's probably smart, but, well, of course she's smart. She's probably on the right page of doing that. But right now, the next 2 weeks for sure, Jake and I are just crazy busy with some projects, electrical projects. And so I probably won't get them in, at least not this week anyways. Right here beside me, you'll see I have a couple of strawberry plants. I'm really hoping that I'm going to get to eat them and not Scrunchy or the chickens. Well, the chickens we've decided to keep inside right now because they were destroying the rest of our garden. So I'm hoping our strawberries will get ripe, and then Jake and I will be able to eat them instead of Scrunchy or chickens, or actually other little rodents are also eating our fruit. So hopefully, let me show you. There's a couple strawberries there. One right about there wants to turn red. So I have a little fence over them that hopefully is keeping our bigger animals out. But I don't know what it does for if there are any weasels or chipmunks, if they eat them. I'm not sure. We will see. Hi guys, it is weeding the garden day. We actually have really nice weather right now, and I didn't think it would be this warm today, so I decided that I would do some garden weeding. As you can see, I'm partially done. I know, why am I weeding right when the crop is almost done? Because some friends recommended that if you pull out all your weeds and of course all your garden plants, pull them out of the garden, then in the spring our rototiller won't have such a hard time breaking through the ground because it won't have to get through all those vines and plants. As much as I'd like to leave them for nutrition reasons, I think I'd rather be able to get the garden tilled up so I can grow again next spring. So we planted some onions from seed inside the house, and we transplanted them into a bigger pot inside the house still. This was in the spring. And then come planting season here in like June, early June I think we planted them in the garden. So I want to show you the yield it gave us from doing it that way as opposed to planting bulbs, which is what we're going to do this kitty is just being really attention deprived. I think that must be what it is. So later on we discovered planting bulbs would be better. So I'm just going to show you the yield we had from transplanting those. Oh, we probably had 30 onion plants that we transplanted. I'm going to show you the yield. Can you see that? We got 1, 2. And over here is a strangey laying here. And one more right here. So it didn't yield much to plant them from seed inside. So we will not waste our time again next year doing it that way. We're just going to plant bulbs because the bulbs did really well. Don't look at the weeds. This is going to get better in a little bit here. I'm about a third of the way through. So I'm going to park you back at the other end so you can see the process. So as you can see, I am filling the wheelbarrow with weeds. We are pulling them, but also pulling all the plants out and taking them all out of the garden, and we're going to put them on a compost pile. Well, the weeds on a burn pile and the plants on a compost pile. Because I don't think I want my compost pile full of weeds. That's my thinking anyways, that it would just get full of thistles, and then what? Then it's not really a good compost pile. So the weeds, we have a burn pile separate for that. So we're taking hopefully everything out so it'll be nice and black before snow comes. All right, thanks for joining me as I weed the garden. I know it's long overdue. I could have so many reasons why I didn't do it. Doesn't matter, I didn't. And now I did. So now at least we can see where our produce is, some of our cucumbers, so I can see which ones actually worked, which ones didn't, because I have them labeled. But those tags that I put everywhere, those marking posts that the gas guys use to mark where the gas line is, those flags, I use them to mark what was what, but I also wrote down in my notebook where I grew what kind of cucumber. It's a good thing I did because the tags have faded, so I can't even read what it says. Every now and then, there's a little bit of some words left over, but for the most part, didn't work. So next year, different kind of tag. As you can see, those tall, what look like weeds, I'll go over there and point it out. This, over here, this is actually cilantro. And so I want to pull it out. It's obviously gone to seed. So I want to pull it out and bring it to the compost pile. Right now, I was just doing weeds that were going to go to the burn pile. They smell so good. Like I said, for the most part, I think I'm finished. I'm just gonna get some grass growing around the strawberries because we do still have some strawberries growing, as weird as that is. There's a couple of red ones. We're hoping to get to them before the chickens do, before the rodents do, and before Scrunchy does, because she also loves apparently all fruit and all vegetables. She's been pulling carrots as I've been weeding, as you could see. Thank you for now, and thanks for watching, and God bless.